because I'm getting some good feedback about it. And so we'll start by, you know what? Start by just relaxing our bodies. You can either sit or stand. Take a nice inhale and exhale, maybe through pursed lips. And on the exhale, just feel your whole body. Let go. And maybe even start moving in a way that you might just gently be getting out a few little areas of tightness, little kinks. And maybe you feel some in your arms. Just let your arms be loose at your sides. And even kind of feel that maybe your feet are just lightly on the earth. And we'll just start our nice sway. So going back and forth. And at first, just let your arms be loose at your sides. So the only thing that is moving your arms is your body. Your arms are not moving on their own at all. And sometimes this can be more challenging than what we might think. Because all of us have a little bit of a tendency to hold on to our muscles more than we need to. So now, if you'd like to, you can maybe let your arms swing a little bit more, maybe opening them up a little bit, but still with this feeling of relaxation, relaxing. And then we'll slowly come on back to our comfortable stance. And when we're standing, you want make sure your knees are straight, or even actually they could be slightly bent, but they're not locked if they are straight. And the feet are facing forward. So we're gently tapping ourselves with a soft fist, getting under the arm, and then coming down with the inside of the arm with the palm facing up, and then turn the palm down and come up the outside. And golly, I did a class last Thursday with my Shenzhen QiGong, and the teacher, a good friend, so we come down the inside of the arm, and then turn the palm down, come up the outside of the arm. Then we'll get the neck. Just was stressing how important relaxation is, relaxing the body. And actually, I'm going to continue this thought in a little bit when we start doing some other movement, because I thought it was a really great point that she made. Okay, and then we'll come around back, but it will be doing different movements than what we're doing now. But as you're doing this movement, really feel that you're just allowing yourself to do it gently and relax. So now you come down the kidney channel on either side of the spine, and then out the outside of your legs to the heel, up the inside, down the backside, and up from the toes, all the way up to the groin. And then from there, you'll just bend, you'll tap the groin gently, right here, the bikini line. Lots of lymph nodes there. And then we'll flick our wrists. And when we lift our arms up, we lift up our heels, and we can drop them down, pumping energy into our heart. Definitely flick the wrists as you come back and down. Okay. So what my friend was saying, what my teacher was kind of having us do some movements with our arms, somewhat similar to this. But then here, so let's go off to the side and back again. And she said, when you move your muscles in a very relaxed way, to a comfortable limit, just like we're doing now. So hopefully your limit is comfortable. And you repeat this motion, but you just keep everything relaxed. that this is just as strengthening as going to a gym and lifting weights. This can be just as strengthening, which is almost hard to really, but anyway, I love that idea. So let's just slow it down. So it just makes me realize for my own self how important relaxation is and having our muscles relaxed. So we're going to take our right hand over our dantian and our left hand on top, and then just circle our head around our neck and shoulders, making sure those good old shoulders are as loose and relaxed as possible. So we'll go about 3 times one way and 3 times the other way. And come on back to center. And then let's just turn our head gently from side to side and check out your stance. Make sure your knees are soft. And your lower body is even relaxed. Just go back and forth gently. And then we'll come on back. And let's just roll our shoulders around. And I had a massage this on Saturday, and she had found so many knots around here. And what I realized, and this is anecdotal, is that when I'm doing this, I really work this like this. I really bring my arms forward. And this morning, I just kind of made it a little easier, a little more relaxed. And I don't know, maybe this will help those little knots that the masseuse in reverse directions. So, you could consider this. Make it an easy movement with your shoulders, just easy. Thinking of that, what I just said about the muscles. And same thing here. Pull back, easy does it. And then the palms come down. Just feel the shoulder blades gently pull the arms backwards. Okay. And then we come on down, and then we'll go ahead and work our hips, our hula hoop hips, and reverse. I don't know, I've always had a tendency to sort of and making these movements more smooth and relaxed. It feels good for one thing. Nice. And then we'll come on down onto our knees, warm up the knees, and same thing here. Let's just make these circles around and around. Easy does it. Easy does it. I loved how she said to a comfortable limit and then reverse directions. Moving our muscles to a comfortable limit. And then we'll go out in opposite directions. Never in a hurry. And then around the other way. That's another part of the practice. Trying to make our lives a little less busy. Okay, and then we'll do our feet. So come onto the toe and circle around the foot around the toe and ankle in both directions. And then come on forward and circle the foot around the ankle. And watch your balance. Move up and down, side, shake it on out. And then we'll do the other side. So both ways, circling around the ankle. Then we'll come forward. And as you come forward, just maybe before you start the circle, check out if you're feeling relaxed in your shoulders, in your facial muscles, your hands, one way, and then circle around the other way. Even your standing leg, that the knee is still soft, straight but soft. And then up and down, side, 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 shaking on up. Ah, nice. And now we'll work our hands. So let's get our shoulders nice and relaxed. And you know, I'm just, this is for me, of course, too. So with nice relaxed shoulders, pull back on your hand and down in both hands. And then we'll interlace our, and just be like a little Gumby. And then tap about 9 times. And you can count on your own because I lose count when I'm talking. Okay, and then we'll take our curled fingers and just tap around the palm of our hand, our thumb and our fingers, and then the back of our hand and our thumb and fingers. And of course, the same thing on the other side. And then we can take a 5-pointed tap or eagle speak. And again, all the fingers, thumb and palm, and then the back of the hand, fingers and thumbs. And same thing with the other hand. How are your shoulders doing? Okay, and then again so your arm, your finger will be straight, but not rigid, right? Soft. So between the webbing on each, and it doesn't matter where you start. 9 times with this. Nice and easy does it. And then between the thumb and the fingers, the other hand on top. And beautiful. Okay, and now we'll ease it out. We'll just dust off our hands. And it's kind of like we're dusting off any chi that we no longer need. And chi, and once the chi goes out to the out beyond us to the air, to the atmosphere around us, it knows exactly what to do. Chi is very, very intelligent. Okay, so now we'll give ourselves our facial, smoothing out our forehead from our third eye to our temples, from our eyebrows up to the hairline. And then we'll come to the temple and circle around the temples and above the ear and in front of the ear, then the jaw joint. How are your knees doing? How are your shoulders doing? And then take your index finger behind your middle finger in front and get front and back of the ear, and then the whole back and front of the outer ear. Remembering that that their acupressure points, or reflexology chart of ears like there are of feet and hands that are related to the body. So if you find any tender spot, you could look on the internet. Body that tender spot might be related to, and get some information about where we want to maybe give some extra TLC. Oh, so we really didn't get the scalp. So let's go ahead and circle our fingers around our scalp. And then we'll get and the face, and then the neck, either side of that, the cervical spine there, neck. Nice. And now we can dust off the whole body. And then we'll go ahead and gather some of that wonderful fresh chi. So relax the body again. And so our arms are straight, but not rigid, and same with our fingers and hands. And this is the area, it's called the Lao Gum, in the palm of the hand, right in the center of the palm, where the chi can enter, where the chi almost maybe more focused enter. The chi is entering the pores of our skin all the time, but this is just a little bit more of a focused entrance. And so as we gather up the chi, maybe you can feel it come into the palms of your hands. Maybe you'll feel a little bit of tingling in your hands. Maybe, maybe not right away. This is the first or second time you've done this, but over time, probably will. So we just start gathering up the beauty of the earth, the beauty of the sky, bring it all the way down into our bodies, into our dantian. And maybe as you gather up all the love and light of the universe, maybe as you bring it down, you might be even able to feel it come into your body. Really quiet our minds. Gather joy and peace. Divine feminine and divine masculine. Like these two, the yin and the yang, which is the feminine and the masculine. Together, the yin and the yang create unity, harmony. We can bring that harmony into our body. A sense of equilibrium, peace. And the beauty of the earth, again, the beauty of the universe. And this last time, just feel your hands reaching out to all the goodness, all the loving kindness. Bring it right in. And just let it rest our hands on our dantian for a moment. And then we can just drop our hands down and give some gratitude and thanksgiving to the earth and to the earth and to loving kindness and to whatever wonderful feeling that we have. You know, some say God, some say Yahweh, some say Holy Spirit. Anyway, maybe just take some gratitude for, and some just merely call it chi. So many names. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's see. Let's go ahead and start our yoga practice. I'm going to have to get my mat. With the idea, so what I'd love to emphasize is we'll do our yoga practice with this idea that every movement that we make, we relax our bodies as much as we can. Now, some of them are going to take strength, but let's just feel that sense of relaxation with our movements today. So let's see. We can start with our chair. Actually, let's see. I think what I'm going to try and do this without the blanket because the blanket gets. So we'll start with just opening up our hip a little bit here. The blanket can get slidey. So take an inhale and feel your body expand. Then exhale, feel your body come over that leg without any push on without any extra like I said, push any extra tension in any of your muscles. Just let the muscles easily go into this. It's actually a different feeling for me because usually I kind of make myself go into this, but today I'm trying to just let myself go into this. I hope you all can feel the difference. And breathe into any area where you may feel a little sensation. And make sure your head is relaxed. And then tucking the chin into the chest, just gently roll on up from here. And then keeping your leg right where it is, just lift up your sternum, looking up towards the sky without letting that head fall back. Ease back. And then come on forward. And we'll let that leg drop down. And just pause in Tadasana. Just feeling maybe, I'm sure, I would imagine you can feel the difference between each leg now. And then we'll go ahead and do it on the other side. And this side might feel completely different. So again, have your standing legs, knees soft, and then come over, really just without muscling over, just almost like you're dropping over. Gravity's doing the work here. And just check out how's your face feeling? How are your shoulders, your hands? Breathe into any tightness that you might feel. And then tucking the chin into the chest, roll on up. Come to Tadasana, standing. And then lifting up from the sternum, look up towards the sky. Into a back bend. Nice. And then come on forward. Okay, and so now let's just stretch out our back. You could almost call this a chair downward dog. So just, again, just letting the position work for the body. So we're not muscling into this at all. And our knees are straight and soft. And then if you'd like, you could lift up one leg till it's parallel to the ground. So this is like a supported warrior 3. And then come on down. And then the other leg. Have both of your hips pointing down towards the earth so that they're in a straight line. The standing leg hip isn't lower than the lifted leg. And then come on down. Okay. And let's keep the chair aside. We might come back to the chair later. But before we come sitting down or actually before we come doing any more standing poses, we'll do some standing poses. Go ahead and sway, our lovely sway. Okay, so wonderful. So let's come on and start with our feet apart. And actually, you know what? If you have a block, you might want to use it. You might not, you probably, you can, we can also use our legs as a way to give ourselves a little stability. Okay, so our legs, we're starting with our legs apart. We'll turn our right foot in a little bit and our left foot straight out. And open up the arms and just come on down into triangle pose. Easy triangle pose without, like I said, like just gently. Let's just go back and forth a few times. Up and all the way up into a reverse triangle. And then down. So it's almost like we're bringing that sense of a QiGong movement into our triangle pose. Easy does it. Arms are straight but not rigid. There's a slight softness in our knees. Beautiful. And then we'll come up and forward, and then hands on the hips. And from here, we'll hop the back foot out to the side a little bit and rotate over our front leg. And inhale, lift on up, and exhale, come on over that front leg. Easy does it. And this might be where you use your block. You can bring your block on the inside of your leg or the outside. Or you can just have your hand on your shin or even the thigh. And so from here, start turning towards that front leg, which is my right leg. It probably is your right leg too. And then you can lift your left arm, your opposite arm up over your head. But again, we're not just making this movement easy. So we'll let our arms come down by that front foot and come into a pyramid pose again. And then put your hands on the small of your back and inhale up. So I guess you could almost say what we're doing is kind of bringing a Tai Chi sensibility into our yoga a little bit today. So we'll turn, because all of Tai Chi is soft. So we'll turn our left foot in and our right foot out. Open up our arms, soft and easy. And gently come on down over that front foot. You could look down at that front foot to make sure it's straight. And then turning and coming into our peaceful triangle. Come on forward. Shoulders relaxed. And then we'll come on smoothly down. And up. So the palm of the front hand faces up to the sky and then comes over our head and faces behind us. And then one more time, we'll come on up. And then bring our hands on our hips, hop our back foot forward and out a little bit and pull the hip around a bit here. And inhale, come on over that front leg. My left leg, I think it might be yours too. Whatever leg you come over. So come on down, all the way down. All the way as far as it feels comfortable to you. And then maybe with your block or your hand on your shin or thigh, turn towards the left. Your left leg is forward and look out towards the left, and then you can bring the left arm up over your head into a revolved triangle. It will slowly come down over that front leg and come into a forward fold, bringing our nose towards our knee, our thigh towards our hip, our body towards our thigh. And then we can put our hands on the small of our back and come on up. Beautiful. And both feet forward. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to put my mat, this. We can do a kind of with the same idea. We'll do a little series of warrior poses, and we can go into we'll flow through a little vinyasa, but that will be our a choice. So when we go in down dog, you can either stay in down dog, or we will flow on into the plank. So in order to get us into warrior one, into our warrior pose. Inhale up, soft and easy, folding at the groin or bowing down, swan diving or bowing. Come all the way down, then inhale up, flowing like a meditation, a moving meditation. Come all the way down, bend your knees, step your left foot back, have your right foot forward, sweep your arms on up into warrior one. Nice. And then from here, open them up to warrior two. And then turn the front palm up and we'll come into our peaceful warrior. And then we'll float all the way down by our front foot. Both hands on either side of the front foot and step back into downward dog. Now you can either stay here, float into plank or knee plank, and float all the way down, belly to the ground, chin and chest to the ground, and float up into a cobra. Float down, roll your toes under or bend your knees, and come up easily and effortlessly through plank into downward dog. And then look up at your hands and walk up to your hands with intention. And then inhale into our flat back and exhale, deepen the fold. Bend your knees or keep your legs straight and bring your arms out to the side as you roll up or reverse swan dive up, and then hands into prayer pose. And then we'll come inhale out and up. And the same thing on the other side. So lead with your heart. Inhale halfway, exhale deepen, bend your knees, step back with your right foot, have your right heel connected to the earth as you sweep on up. Easy does it into warrior one, bending into that front knee, and then opening up nice and wide into warrior two, turning the palm up into our peaceful warrior. Smiling. And then we'll circle all the way out and down by our front foot and step back into downward dog. If you decide to stay here, you can pedal it out a little bit, or you can gently float into plank and come all the way down. Knee plank or full plank. Lift up, and down again. Curl the toes under, and lift all the way back up through plank into downward dog. And now that we're all in down dog at the same time, let's go ahead and lift up our left leg and the left knee and look under the left arm and gently bring that leg all the way back down and the foot on the earth. And then lift up the right leg, bend the knee, look under your right arm, and slow and easy, come all the way down into our downward dog, and then looking up at your hands. Just walk on up to the hands. Inhale halfway and exhale deepen, and then flow on up. Easy does it. And down. So we're bringing this sense of flow into our practice. And so continuing with this idea, let's go ahead, bend one knee. So we're just bringing a little more motion maybe into into our practice and circle your foot around your ankle. And then grab hold of your left leg with your right arm and open up. You know, I think balance is probably easier if we stay relaxed. Pull that leg up, let it descend. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So right leg comes up, hold the knee, circle the foot around the ankle in both directions, and then grab hold of that leg and circle around to the left. So a little bit of a twist here in the balance, and then gently come back and down. Just for the fun of it, we'll do a tree pose, but with the idea of just this flow that we've been working on. So bend your left leg, open it up, and place it where you know it feels right for you. And then hands into prayer. And then open up. And come down. Hands back in, the leg comes out. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So bend the right leg, let it come up. Just make sure you don't press into your knee above or below your knee. And then from our hands in prayer, we open them up. Like we're growing the branches of a big, beautiful tree. And then down. And all the way down. Okay, so a little bit of a sway always feels nice. And then we'll come on up onto our toes with our arms over our head. And then maybe bend knees a little bit. Actually, you know what? When you bend your knees, instead of come up, this is something I'm learning that's really helpful to my knees. Instead of focusing on bending the knees, I'm bending at the groin, which automatically bends the knees, but it takes a little pressure off of my knees. Come up to our toes, and then I straighten from here too. Straighten from the hip, and then down. And then from here, it's time to come on down to our backs. So come down onto the back. And I guess we'll see how a little flow works on our backs here. So, wait. I love that. I don't think I've ever really done a little flow like that with yoga. I hope you all loved it too. Gosh, I think it's so interesting to just learn that we could do something like this, you know, for maybe, 50 times, and that's just as strengthening as, maybe doing 20 push-ups or 10 push-ups. But I mean, that's an interesting concept to me. And it feels lovely because for me, I feel a little more relaxed than I would if I. Anyway, so come on down to your backs. Come on down to your backs, and kind of like with that idea still of that flow, we'll just bring one knee into our chest and then the other, and just roll from side to side. Gently roll, and each time maybe roll a little bit deeper until you come into a twist on one side, whatever side works for you first. And just hold the twist for about 3 breaths. And then slowly and easily come back to center, and maybe rock over to the other side a few times until it just feels absolutely right to come all the way down into a twist on the other side. Towards the other side, letting gravity, feeling that gravity is so supportive. And then we'll come back and set ourselves up for our beautiful Shavasana. So, you lie down. And so, either with your knees bent or legs out straight, your knees are bent, you can have something under your legs or something under your knees or something under your knees, or have them gently touch each other, the feet wider. And so take a nice deep breath and exhale. Your next inhale, feel that beautiful prana, chi. Feel it nurture every single cell of your body with every inhale. And even with every exhale, it's kind of like this wonderful wave-like motion that massages every cell of the body, keeping us healthy, vibrant, happy. Into the beauty of silence. Quiet mind. Oh, thank you. Needs to slow down this. Float by. Beautiful white fluffy cloud. Feeling the peace of relaxation. And knowing that this peace is always there underneath everything. Start moving your hands and feet. Any way that feels right. Maybe bringing your knees into your chest and rolling over to one side. Any way that feels right. Find yourself in a comfortable sitting position. Again, bring that sense of ease into your body, relaxing your sitting bones down towards the earth, and even relaxing the crown of your head up towards the sky. Thank you all so much for joining me and allowing me to kind of try new things. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way. Namaste. Lots and lots of love to all of you. And I'm going to turn off the recording.